I have a new video for you guys because today we're talking about one of Dan Schneider's most successful TV shows, Zoey 101. And like other Nickelodeon shows, this TV program comes with baggage. So today we're going to talk about some of those gross moments from the show, some of the cast members' arrest records, and so much more. So let's get into it. If you guys aren't familiar with Zoey 101, let me give you guys a quick rundown. So pretty much this television show aired back in 2005 and it's produced by Dan Schneider, who is a Nickelodeon producer, director, and writer who at this point has been working at Nickelodeon for over 10 years. He worked on different shows like All That and The Amanda Show, and his success with these TV programs led him to Zoey 101. Of course, the star of Zoey 101 is Jamie Lynn Spears, who is Britney Spears' younger sister. And honestly, having that name recognition definitely helped Jamie Lynn secure the acting role and make the show an even bigger success. But in today's video, I don't want to focus on the highlights from the show, but rather the problems that come with it, because this show is problematic on and off screen, and you guys are going to find out why. So let's go ahead and jump into one of the grossest, freakiest moments from the show. So in this scene, you will see two characters. One of those is Dustin Brooks, who plays Zoe Brooks' little brother in the show. Dustin is played by an actor named Paul Butcher, and in the scene with him, you will see Quinn Pinsky, who is another character from the show, who is actually played by an actress named Erin Sanders. And like I said, this is one of the worst moments I came across, so let's just go ahead and jump into it.
Why are you taking off my shoes?
I'm going to cure you by applying proton impulses to the soles of your feet.
Can I please leave?
No.
Okay, so we're already starting off very awkward, and I'm not trying to pause really early, but we all know that Dan Schneider is like obsessed with feet. So to see this boy and this contraption that has his feet stuck is already very concerning. But let's watch what happens.
No. Do you feel better?
No.
I'll adjust the proton saturation.
Huh?
See, she's trying to like cure him in some way through his feet and through this device, but what a weird thing to write. Like, why would you write this as like a cure or as a treatment for this disease in the show? Obviously, they're really focused on the feet of it all, and I'm sure Dan was excited to write this. Oh my gosh, I'm getting anxiety from this. Okay, well that ended abruptly, but pretty much that scene was obviously very awkward to see the boy in this contraption again that holds his feet in place. It's a freaky like fantasy that I feel like Dan Schneider wrote about, because I'm sure he would love a contraption that just holds the feet together and you cannot escape even though you want to. Oh god, that was already such a weird scene, and I do want to mention that Erin Sanders will be a pretty big character in this video because she, even though she was a side character in the show, she has an interesting relationship with Dan Schneider. And I'm not trying to say that something has happened between them, but there are several images out there that are really concerning and inappropriate. I actually read online that Erin Sanders, her role as Quinn, wasn't actually even in the original like pilot of the show. Dan actually met Erin Sanders and he liked her so much that he wrote her own part in the television show. So obviously they have some type of a relationship, and to see some of these photos online is just very it's eerie because he gets very close with her. It seems like he actually gets physically closer with her than any other actress from any of his television shows. There's also a weird picture of Erin that has gone around, and it looks like she's kissing Dan in this photo, but I do want to be upfront with you guys that I believe she's not kissing Dan here. I do not at all, because there was an actor on the show at some point who looks similar to this man in this photo, and I believe it's actually him. But I did want to share this photo because I feel like this photo has circulated so many times and people are like, oh my gosh, Dan and Aaron are kissing. But like, in fact, I don't think they are actually kissing, but I do want to acknowledge it because out of the vast photos that, you know, Dan and Aaron have together, this one always seems to make it in there, and I don't think it's right to like include this because it's not actually Dan there. It's another actor who is probably closer to her in age. Here is another scene involving Quinn, and it's also quite inappropriate, so let's go ahead and watch.
My latest Quinvention works! Zoey, yell crash. Crash!
What?
That's great. Very nice, Quinn. A+.
So obviously Dan and the writers knew what they were doing there by, you know, having Quinn, aka Aaron Sanders, wear some type of bra that makes her, like, blow up, and I'm just so taken back by this because the guys were like, A+, good job, clapping along to it, to her invention. And again, it's just like taking children and making them like, and like sexualizing them. I actually cannot say that word again. I'll say, you know, making it more adult themed, but they are doing that. They're taking children, and these children are literally at a boarding school for kids, and they're talking about having bigger, you know, and it's just not it's not kid friendly. So here is another scene that is kind of similar to the last one because it is referring to the children and, you know, talking about development, and let's just go ahead and watch it together.
Okay, now I feel like the clothes for our commercial should be really cool, like funky. I'm down with funky. Okay, so I sketched out a few possible outfit combinations. See? Cool. But how do we buy these clothes? How do we buy these? Yeah, I went a little overboard on those.
Yeah, what? No one could tell me that these outfits are kid friendly. Like, that's why her friends are having such a reaction to it, because they know it's inappropriate. The women are obviously very, like, I don't know, they look like anime characters, and it's unrealistic. I don't know why they would even include this scene, but they're trying to, you know, nudge, nudge, you know, show the adults that they are including a little bit for them, I guess. I don't know. It's like taking children and setting these unrealistic body standards and almost like convincing the children that this is what we're supposed to look like. Like, I don't know why she would draw them this way or why this 30-second clip would even be included, because this drawing, these bodies have nothing to do with any of the other storylines. It's just a little scene that Dan and the team wanted to include that probably would send some subliminal messaging to young minds about what we should look like, or at least what women should look like, because we've got Quinn over here with her her bra that is expanding, and then we've got these drawings. It's just setting beauty standards that are unrealistic. So you guys probably recognized Alexa Nicholas in that last scene because she was there opening up and flipping through the book for Zoey, or Jamie Lynn. Well, pretty much Alexa Nicholas has had a bad experience with Nickelodeon, and we've talked about this before on my channel, how Alexa was pretty much bullied by Britney Spears at some point. Like, Britney came up to her and told her off because she was fighting with the rest of the cast, and she had a really poor experience with Dan Schneider as well. She's actually shared on her Instagram page a photo from Zoey 101 where she wrote, "That one time I was taught by a network studio to be boy crazy at 12 years old. Ladies, do not be boy crazy. Instead, be you crazy and build your own empire. Kids networks need to stop making these children, you know, turning them into adults. It's creepy." And a few people actually commented, and she replied back to them, telling them that Dan is not a good guy at all. And I'm sure she does have issues with this network, you know, pushing them into adulthood, because we know Alexa Nicholas recently came out against her ex-husband, who she met at 16 years old. He was 33 years old, and then they ended up getting married. So she knows how toxic Hollywood could be, and she's not scared to hold back. She's also opened up in the past about the bullying on Zoey 101, and I have talked about that in a previous video, so definitely go check that out. But she did about an hour-long interview talking about it, and it seems like the set life was very toxic. So here's another gross clip from this show, and of course, this one is referring to feet, because Dan Schneider loves his feet, so ooh. Oh, I used to love this show, giving me throwback vibes.
I swear.
Oh, come on, that is not true. It's so true. They're not the same size?
Nope, my left one's bigger.
I don't believe it.
They have to be the same size.
Almost a full size bigger. See? My right one's a size 5.5, and my left one's a size 6.5.
Oh no. So literally this character Lola, who is played by Victoria Justice, has two different sized feet who are exactly a foot or a full size away from each other. She's a 5.5 and a 6.5, which I don't even think that's possible to have two different feet that are like completely different sizes, but such a weird moment for them to include in the show and a great opportunity for them to throw some feet on camera for the kids to see. Here's another scene that is actually referring to feet as well. They're talking about going to like a feet dance or something. Let's go ahead and watch together because this one I'm still confused about.
Gene is a great dancer. He won first place in the Fresno Foot Fest. Winning 2 footy awards is a big deal. We'll be good. We just gotta rehearse a lot.
Absolutely. Tonight at 6.
I'll bring my feet.
I'll bring my feet. I mean, if you guys did not catch that, the whole dance was revolving around feet, and even the awards that you give out are called like footy awards. So again, more references to feet that I feel like are unnecessary. Like, we don't actually need those to be included. Before we watch more gross moments from Zoey 101, I want to give you guys a quick story time about one of the actors from the show. This man is named Matt Underwood, and he actually played Logan Reese, which, to be honest, I'm really not familiar with Logan's character, but he was a side character in the show. And since then, Matt really hasn't done much with his acting career, but he does have a criminal history, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. We talk about how Nickelodeon is problematic because they put underage people in compromising situations, and that's exactly what Matt Underwood did on his own time. Back in 2012, he was 22 years old and he was in Florida. And the cops were called because he was in a bedroom with an underage person and they were using substances, which resulted in him getting arrested and charged and having to handle 12 months of probation. He wasn't actually in jail for long because he was released on probation, but it's not a good look to be in a bedroom with a minor as a 22-year-old man and then get arrested and caught, you know, with substances. And actually, he was charged with contributing to delinquency of a minor, which that is not a pretty thing to have on your record. You would think that Matt Underwood learned his lesson from that first arrest, but no. He was actually arrested again at a hookah shop that he actually co-owns down in Florida. Police went into the hookah shop around 3 a.m. to go and pick him up and arrest him for probation violations. Again, the violations are from the charges he received earlier that year in 2012 from hanging out with a minor and providing them substances, which again, not a good look, Matt. But he was actually arrested again and held by police because of these violations. And just to walk through everything that he did, he failed a substance test. He also did not complete a survivor impact panel, which he was supposed to do that was court ordered. Failure to complete a substance program, so obviously he wasn't doing that. Failure to pay court fees, and failure to pay his probation officer, which honestly I didn't know you had to pay your probation officer, but he supposedly only paid him $5. And the probation officer actually recommended to the judge that they sentence Matt Underwood for 180 days. 180 days behind bars because he couldn't go and follow his probation. So obviously this dude has major problems, and honestly, it's a good look for Zoey 101 that they did not make him a main character and give him that many lines, because this reputation isn't good, and I would not want to be the one who's sitting here, you know, living my best life with this criminal past. I mean, it's just not a good look, and I can never imagine living with myself after that. I mean, obviously everyone deserves a second chance, and he made mistakes, and hopefully he did the time and actually, like, fulfilled his probation, because he had some issues with that in the beginning. But again, I feel like Nickelodeon should probably disconnect from this man because he's not a good look. So again, you won't see Matt Underwood in any of these gross moments I've pulled today because he's just not a relevant actor in this show. He appeared a few times in a few clips that I watched, but he's really just not a part of the show. But I wanted to show you guys this scene because this really reminds me of a scene from iCarly when Miranda was like down on her knees and she was drinking from the water fountain, which obviously looked really inappropriate. And I feel like this video is giving me the same vibes.
I really feel bad.
Here, then have another goop off.
Thanks. I don't know why the other one squirted out like that. All I do is squeeze a little like this.
Okay, so I'm not trying to make something gross when it's not, but this scene looks gross to me, and I honestly don't even feel like I need to spell it out to you guys. It just looks weird, and I wonder how many times they had to shoot this moment until they got the perfect shot on Jamie Lynn's face, which again is just so gross. I feel like Jamie Lynn was subjected to some things, and honestly I can't prove that, but I do want to share something actually very recent to you guys. So there is this account called Zoey101_reboot, and they actually don't post anymore, but at some point they were posting a bunch of Zoey 101 clips and, you know, just promoting the people who were on that television show. And since then they have kind of rebranded, but then they deleted their pictures and everything, and honestly I'm not too sure what's going on there. But they did make a post at some point, and Jamie Lynn was following them and actually liked this post. Here is the post they shared, and she pretty much wrote, "To the cast of Zoey 101, I am sorry that it had to come to this, but I have been thinking about exposing Dan Schneider for a while now." This whole message was an apology to the cast, pretty much saying sorry, but like I'm gonna have to call out Dan Schneider from now on. And as you guys can see, Jamie Lynn Spears literally liked this post. I'm not trying to say that Dan Schneider did something to Jamie Lynn because she liked that Instagram post, but I do think it's interesting that she is acknowledging that Dan Schneider is a problematic man. I mean, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the fact that people think that Dan Schneider got Jamie Lynn pregnant, and that's why they had to cancel the show. I honestly don't believe that Dan Schneider is the father. I mean, people put photos of her daughter alongside with him, and they do kind of look similar, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We all kind of look similar in some way. But the real father, or supposedly the real father of this baby, is actually named Casey. This man, Casey Altridge, was actually Jamie Lynn's boyfriend back in the day when they were filming for Zoey 101 in 2008 until she became pregnant. Even though the couple did get engaged, they never got married, and their breakup was pretty messy. And to be honest, I don't think Casey is really the best guy or the best father. As recent as December 2019, Casey was actually arrested for 6 charges of burglary. He was supposedly involved in several of the robberies that happened at several camps in Mississippi. This is after already being arrested only a couple of months earlier for substance-related issues. And we can never forget that back in 2016, he was actually arrested for a DUI and reckless driving. He was actually sentenced 12 months of probation for that charge, just like Matthew Underwood, but Casey actually followed through with his probation. As far as him being a father in his daughter's life, it doesn't really seem that their daughter, Maddie, really gets to see him quite often, but it does seem that Maddie is living her best life with Jamie Lynn in their home in Louisiana. As far as Dan being her actual father, I really have no idea, nor do I really think it is. I did read some like fake article at some point that said that Casey was actually paid off to play pretend as the father, but I just don't think that that article is reliable, and I don't think that we should make like conspiracy theories about this young girl Maddie, because she is growing into an adult, and I don't think that she wants Dan Schneider to be her father, so we shouldn't really make that a thing or make that a reality when we really don't know if it's true. And it does seem like Casey was the man who, you know, was with Jamie Lynn back then. So this clip I want to show you guys isn't necessarily gross or weird. It's actually a video podcast from back behind the scenes, which honestly, video podcasts back in the day, I didn't even know they had podcasts back in like 2006, 2007, but pretty much this moment is a moment that Dan shared with the cast, and pretty much he was just hanging out with them in this house and like getting dinner and, you know, talking and, you know, promoting their next Zoey 101 spring break episodes. And I really just want to include this scene with you guys because there's a weird thing at the end I want to show you guys, but I also want to show you guys that in this video, which it's kind of hard to tell, but Dan Schneider is the only adult in the facility with these young actors and actresses. There are no other adults, no other supervisors in this scene or in this video. And when people think, oh, like there are so many like protective services people out there, like these people are there to ensure that the kids are protected. I'm sure there are, but there are also instances where people take advantage of the system, they get around it, and we cannot act like tragedies do not happen just because there are some parents or some supervisors or some type of social services person assigned to the case. Because I feel like once you just like take that approach, it's very ignorant because we cannot assume that this like social services person protected the children at all points, because some of these actors and actresses have come forward with stories against Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider. But the part I really want to show you happens at the very end, because they're all kind of hanging out and getting dinner, and they close out the podcast with this weird, very eerie moment where they all say like Zoey 101, and oh my gosh, sorry, I'm skipping so slow, but let's just go ahead and play it. Oh my gosh, there's Matt Underwood. There's our guy that likes the young girls in Florida. Oh, hey Matt. So here's the end of the podcast, and listen to all of them say Zoey 101.
Zoey 101.
Zoey 101.
So obviously that's not that weird, but isn't it? It's so creepy and eerie to hear. I don't know why Dan would want this. Let's play it one more time.
Zoey 101.
I feel so haunted now. So the end of that was very eerie in the sounds and the clips of them talking about it, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, because now we're speeding it up to nowadays and present time, and I want to give you guys some updates about Zoey 101 and the reboot. You guys may remember that there was a reboot announced, and there was a bunch of TikTokers in it. Like, there was Noah Beck, there was Gigi Gorgeous, and there was a whole trailer that was released, and it was extremely cringe at the time. I honestly thought that this was going to be a legitimate TV show, but I have a feeling that the Zoey 101 reboot just happened in the middle of the Free Britney movement to distract everything from Britney, which that's a big claim right there. And the reason why I think that this is true is because they never actually shot any reboot or any other season. Like, they just teased it and then they just cut it off. Like, there is no Zoey 101 reboot happening anytime soon. All of those actors they included in the trailer, like, they were just there for the trailer and then they just stopped it. But Jamie Lynn did host a VIP experience for Zoey 101 fans, and that experience went down very, very poorly. Actually, one of Jamie Lynn's biggest fans spoke out against her and stopped supporting her after this incident. They shared an Instagram post where they wrote, "After the whole Zoey 101 event, I'm feeling very disappointed with how us fans have been treated. We have paid for a bundle in the event which included a Follow Me Zoey 101 digital copy of the song, merchandise, and a meet and greet with Jamie Lynn. The song was sent 12 days after the event, which in time some have already bought the song, and now we feel cheated out of money. After tweeting and messaging Jamie Lynn, we still have heard nothing. I have emailed her manager Alexis with no reply. I have contacted Veeps, who they were hosting the virtual event, and they said they're not handling the bundle. I feel completely let down by this whole situation, and I decided that I will be leaving the fan world." Jamie Lynn did respond to this fan once they publicly called her out, and she pretty much apologized for everything and claims that she has no control over the logistics or the companies or what has happened, pretty much shifting all of the blame off of her, which I honestly... What do you expect from Jamie Lynn? Because she can never deliver. She's never really delivered, and her fans continue to be disappointed. Let's just say that she is nothing like her sister Britney Spears, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there was so much in this video. There's a lot to unpackage, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you guys do have some clips from Henry Danger, Game Shakers, or Victorious that you guys would like for me to react to, I've got a bunch of your emails already, but feel free to email me some clips below. I've been putting together videos, or if you have any other video ideas that are completely unrelated, feel free to reach out to me and let me know what you want me to talk about. Usually at the end of my videos, I do a P.O. Box unboxing, and this is actually from Gemology, Bath and Body, and I'm so excited to open this one. Actually, they sent me a package so long ago when I was like first kind of starting on YouTube, and since then their brand has grown so much. I checked out the website, so definitely go check them out. I'm so excited to open this up because I love their soaps, so definitely go support them. And they're a small business, just another subscriber, just like one of us, and they're just trying to make it out here. So let's go ahead and see what she sent me. Again, I'm so excited because she has some of the nicest soaps I've ever gotten before. They're like very bougie and very custom, so this package feels very heavy, and I'm so excited to see what she had to send me. First off, it smells amazing, and look at this packaging, Gemology. I love that. It's so bougie. She's become so professional with it. I'll list her Instagram below because I know she has an Instagram page, and wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. She said, oh, is there a note? Sloan, congrats on your 200,000 subscribers. We are so proud of you as always. Thank you for entertaining us. May you continue to use your platform to spread knowledge and voice truth. We've added more products to our site since your last package, and we wanted to share them with you and Mark. Oh, my boyfriend. You guys are so sweet. Cheers to us growing together. Aw, thank you so much, Megan. And honestly, true, because this brand has grown so much. And look at these soaps. Holy crap. So what's in here? We've got the Galactic Zodiac. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius. We've got the Wind Down. We've got the Salt of Sea for Mark. Oh my gosh, for Mark, because he loves that one. And then we've got the Succulent Soap. P.S. We know how much you love the rose soap, so we included a beautiful bath bomb for you, not sold, on our site. Look at this special treatment. Thank you so much. And it looks like everything is very, like, great for the environment. All of the materials, everything can be recycled. So I love that so much. Let's go ahead and unpackage some of the soap. So this one is titled Succulent, and it looks so pretty. I, like, really want to open all of them, even though I probably shouldn't. But, like, look at the outside of it. It's like it looks like a legit succulent. Like, it looks like a succulent plant with some gold on top of it. And guys, the smell, it's just so, oh my gosh, it smells actually earthy. Like, it smells like a plant, which I actually have shampoo that is plant scented, which probably sounds really weird. It's scented like a meadow, and this smells just like it. Oh my gosh, Megan, thank you so much. I love this one. Here is the Spectacular Sagittarius, which honestly, this one, the sparkles are unreal. And I don't know if you guys can see through the mold. Like, I don't want to unpackage it and get it all gross, but it actually has a Sagittarius print on the mold. Let me go ahead and pull this one out. Oh my gosh, there are two in this package, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this one is so good. It smells like, oh my gosh, it actually tastes good too. Usually it burns when I taste it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. Thank you so much, Megan. I love that Sagittarius theme, just like me. Ah, this is like legit goals. You guys definitely need to go check out this website and this brand, just because these soaps are so great so far. This one is called Wind Down, and look at the red. It's like a deep red, like, oh my gosh. What is the scent on this one? I need to message her. What is the scent on? Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. It's like literally, it's just like an amazing smell. It smells like a marker from 3rd grade that like I would drink if I could. Like one of those really good smelling markers, like not in a bad way, but just like such an amazing scent. Like not a fruit could make this. Like this is a mix. Wow, thank you, Megan. I literally don't know which one's my favorite right now because they all smell so good. So this one is Salt of the Sea, and this one is supposedly for Mark. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good too. I love the ocean, guys. Like literally the ocean is my favorite place. Like when I go to the beach, I'm in there for hours and hours, and I'll let Mark open this one because I almost like, I want him to have like the unpackaging moment. But wow, this one smells so good. It just smells like real. Like it kind of smells like sand mixed with like good cologne, Bath and Body Works. Oh gosh, I can't get enough. I literally can't get enough. And then here is one more, like the bath bomb, which I'm so excited for a bath bomb because I haven't used one in so long. And look, this one is dense, guys. I'm gonna kind of scare you. Wow. Okay, I'm just kidding. But this one is so dense, and oh my gosh. So she said that she knows that I love rose because I do love rose. It's like my favorite scent ever. And this smells just like a big freaking fat rose. Oh my gosh. A big freaking fat rose, literally, inside of this packaging. This is so great. Thank you so much, Gemology and Megan. Definitely go check out their products because these soaps, like, you need to go treat yourself, like, right now. Why is my mouth watering from the smell of these soaps? Like, I literally want to eat them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. I really did because these are some of my favorite items ever. So definitely go check them out, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. A little ASMR. Bye, guys.